Okay, I wanted to show you my raw meat breakfast. I wanted you all to have a chance to see someone eat it. There wasn't a lot on that on YouTube. I've got a little bit of kidney here and some hamburger. I eat the hamburger mostly because it's a lot less expensive. Got some eggs and raw butter and raw milk. I'm not going to drink any of that for breakfast because I don't like to mix it. But I just wanted you to know I got into, well, let me just eat something just to show you that it won't kill you. I've been eating this for like 2 years now, and I've never gotten sick, never even had a nauseous stomach, never had anything like most people are afraid of. I've never had any problem with them. In fact, it really digests very good. I got into it because of I'm not sick or anything. I haven't had any illnesses like a lot of people get into eating super nutrient dense food, which would be the raw meat, because they have a health condition. I haven't. I just like to explore and experiment with things. And excuse me, eating while I'm talking. But I did it just to see how I would feel, and I feel really, really good doing it. So I don't have a great story because I've never been sick. But the cool thing about this, like, I can easily eat a pound or more, it would be very easy to eat 2 pounds of meat at a sitting. I don't want to eat that much protein. But can you imagine eating a pound of cooked meat, how that would feel in your stomach? But you can eat 2 pounds of raw meat at a sitting and an hour later eat some more. You're not hungry, there's no need to, but you could. I mean, it must digest so easily. I don't know, it's very easy on you. That's the whole thing. I got into it because in a lot of the reading I did, I read about these people that really into health, and they had like Lyme's, like Dr. Ron Schmidt, he talks about in one of his books, he had Lyme's disease, and he did everything he knew as a naturopathic doctor to solve his problem, and it wasn't until he ate raw meat that he got over the Lyme's disease. And I thought, well, that's really interesting, and I counted it in several other books. And then I met a lady who had a lot of health conditions, and she was eating raw chicken. And then so I got the book by Aajonus Vonderplanitz, and I read it, and it's very fascinating. And so chicken, by the way, I don't have any here. Chicken's sort of expensive compared to hamburger and kidney, so I don't eat a whole lot of it. But it is the best tasting. I know when I first thought about it, the hamburger seemed a lot easier to eat, but the chicken seemed sort of gross for some strange reason, so it must be mindset. But chicken is the best tasting. I mean, it is the best tasting. But I like to eat the hamburger because I want a lot more fat, and the organ meats are really important for all the vegetables and all that sort of thing. I eat liver and everything. I guess the whole thing I want, let's see, like an egg, people say, you know, yeah, you eat raw eggs. You see Rocky do it, so you don't need to see me do it, but see, it's nice orange pastured chicken egg. And the raw butter. And the raw fats are really important. Just like anything cooked, it can affect it changes the food just a little bit. So in fat, you need probably more fat than anything else. That's the most healthy thing you can eat, and I just eat it by the chunk, like cheese. You know, keep it in the refrigerator so I can eat it. So this is raw cheese, and the raw milk. Well, that's like dessert. I normally have that at night. It's really super sweet, and I don't like to mix all of this. I make sure I get plenty of fat. I'm eating the hamburger. It's got the fat ground in. If I just ate kidney for breakfast, I would eat a bunch of butter with it. The eggs have a lot of fat in it, but I eat butter with every meal. So I wanted to show you the book. This is the book, We Want to Live by Aajonus Vonderplanitz. My mom even read it. She is not interested in eating raw meat. Even if you're not interested in reading raw meat, this book is fascinating to read. It's stories within stories within stories. Not stories, it's stories within stories within stories, which I think is the best way to change your state of consciousness, because we have a lot of fear about bacteria, a lot of fears that are completely unfounded in science, and just like the cholesterol theory, which is unfounded in science, But a lot of people are afraid of cholesterol and heart disease and all this kind of stuff. But it's just a myth. It's not real if you read the science. You know, most people don't, and it's to sell drugs and all that. You know, all that's a whole other thing. But if you understand that cholesterol is a myth, this whole fear of bacteria with animal products is a myth. No, because when it's raw like this, it's safe. Just like the raw milk. If I set this out on the counter for a couple of days, it would just start turning to cheese. You know, curds and whey, it would separate into curds and whey, just like little Miss Muffet sitting on her tuffet. And you can eat the curds and whey. And if you let that sit longer, it'll turn into a harder cheese. I mean, the older it gets, the more bacteria grows in it. The healthier it gets, and the more it preserves. Same way, I usually leave my meat out on top of the refrigerator so that it sours a little bit and turns gray. It has a good flavor that way, and it's even better for you. So it's perfectly safe because any bacteria that's on this, well, I get it from healthy cows. This is healthy cow meat. This isn't from the Food Lion or Walmart. I get it from the farm directly, and I know the cows are healthy. So, I mean, I only want to eat something healthy. You eat a sick animal that's sick, yeah, that could make you sick. I mean, I think that makes sense. I'll make sure my animals are healthy. And so anything in this is very healthy, and you can let it sit out several days, a week, 2 weeks, or whatever, and still eat it. It'll get a little sour, just like fermented foods do, or just like curds and whey. It's sour. A lot of people eat it that way. I mean, before they didn't used to have refrigeration, so they ate a lot of curds and whey because the milk soured naturally, the meat. But all of this is, it's nothing to be afraid of. So I just was hoping people would not be so afraid of bacteria and things like that. And you don't believe everything I say. Read the book. I mean, read, study up on it. But hopefully this will open your mind. And if you do have health conditions, like a lot of people do today, you need the most nutrient-dense food you can get. And so raw meat, raw eggs, raw butter, raw milk, these are the most nutrient-dense foods you can. I mean, you would have, from what I've got right here, you'd need 2 bushels of vegetables to even come close to what I got right here. And I can eat this for breakfast, and I'm going to finish it in a minute here. So if you are sick, you know, I hope you check it, you know, research it. I'm not saying do it, I'm saying check into this. So anyhow, I had another piece of kidney. I like kidney. Liver is really strong tasting. It's acquired taste. I eat that too. But kidney is really good. And the hamburger is really good. I like a little salt and pepper on it even. If you're going to try it, room temperature. Get meat that's grass-fed from healthy animals from the farm. I'll have some links down below the video so that you can take the next step, okay? Okay.